Hey guys, this is Sara here. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, God of War Ragnarok, the Kratos story so far. Kratos' journey began over 15 years ago and took him from Greece to Midgard. Here's his story so far. Before God of War Ragnarok on PS5. At last, fans have confirmation that God of War Ragnarok is coming to Sony's PlayStation 5. The upcoming exclusive is the sequel to 2017's God of War, which served as a sequel and soft reboot of the original PS2 franchise. With a franchise that dates back 15 years, it can be tough to recall Kratos' start and how his adventures brought him from Greek to Norse mythology. Here's a quick guide to Kratos' origins on the story so far. The rise and fall of vengeance. Kratos started life in Greece, where he grew into a ferocious but loyal Spartan soldier. Kratos married his first wife Lysandra and with her had his first child Calliope. Kratos' reign as general extended far and only faltered when he encountered the barbarian tribes, who decimated Kratos' army. Faced with defeat and pleading for salvation, Kratos called out to Ares, the god of war. Ares obliterated the hordes of barbarians in exchange for Kratos' loyalty, searching the blades of Chaos to Kratos' flesh. For a while, Kratos served as Ares' agent, but this ended when he attacked an Athenian village. Kratos realized to his horror that his wife and child were among the dead. As he cremated the remains of his family and renounced his oath to Ares, the village oracle cursed Kratos to wear the ashes of his deceased wife and daughter forever. For a while, Kratos, who served as Athena's champion, hoping that the gods would lift his curse. One day, as Ares prepared to attack one of her cities, Athena offered Kratos forgiveness for his sins if he could find Pandora's box and use the power to defeat Ares. Kratos succeeded in killing Ares but learned Athena had worded his promise carefully. The gods forgave Kratos' transgressions but he still bore the curse of his undead family. A distraught Kratos resolved to end his life but was stopped by Athena. As Ares' throne sat vacant, Athena offered Kratos his title. Kratos would become the new god of war. Kratos was satisfied for a time, but his ambition grew too large, and Zeus slew him. Now, focusing his rage on Zeus, Kratos escaped the underworld and killed the three sisters of fate, undoing his death to travel back in time to kill Zeus. Atop Olympus, Athena used her dying breath to reveal that Kratos was Zeus' son, hoping to break the cycle of patricide. Kratos was too far down his path of vengeance, though freeing the Titans and launching a war on Olympus. Along the way, Kratos is warned that heedless revenge will only lead to the destruction of the Greek world. As the god fell, the things they represented in the real world also withered and died. This didn't stop Kratos, but he did take pause when he met Pandora, who reminded Kratos of his daughters. Zeus knew to capitalize on this, provoking Kratos' rage and causing Pandora's death. After another perceived failure, Kratos eliminated Zeus once and for all. Only then did Kratos understand the utter destruction he brought. In a final act of guilt, he attempted to again take his life. Lessons from the past. Sometime later, Kratos finds himself in the realm of Norse gods and remarries to a woman named Faye. Together, they had a son, Atreus. When Faye passes away, her final request is that Kratos and Atreus bring her ashes to the highest peak in the Nine Realms. However, a mysterious and unkillable man arrives, seemingly aware that something is amiss with Kratos' presence. Kratos and Atreus quest to grant Faye's lost request despite this. Aided by various figures such as Odin's former wife Freya and the decapitated head of his wise Mimir, Atreus is soon striking ill and With help from Freya, Kratos both saves Atreus and faces his past as the god of war, haunted by the perpetual cycle of death that has led him here. Kratos decided to tell Atreus about his heritage as a god. However, this only brings out his arrogance and cockiness. Atreus puts himself in harm's way and reasons that gods can do whatever they want. Kratos notices this behavior and scolds his son for showing his old traits. With the end of the journey inside, the father and the son are again confronted by the mysterious man, who reveals himself to be the unkillable Balder. Freya's son Kratos and Balder battle once more, with Atreus' mystical arrows making Balder susceptible to harm. Kratos kills Balder, leaving Freya devastated over the loss of her son. At last, the duo reaches the destination and share a moment as they put Freya's ashes to rest. Before they leave, Atreus learned that his mother wanted to name him Loki and that she was a giant. The Norse gods had sent Balder in search of Fae, not Kratos and Atreus. Kratos notices a mural that appears to depict his death at Atreus' hands. But the two return home, their quest complete. On the journey back, Mimir notes that the winter that process Ragnarok has begun. The trio family arrives home where they take a long, well deserved rest. However, Atreus has a vision of himself and Kratos 1 year later, waking to a thunderous storm and confronted by a man who appears to be Baldur's brother Thor.